G'day,
G'day, hello.
I'm Morgan.
And I'm Kimberly.
We're coming to you from Griffith Film School, aka GFS, here at Griffith University in Brisbane, Australia. And we are very excited to be part of the on-air global broadcast.
In Australia, in public gatherings or broadcasts, we often have what is known as the acknowledgement of country.
This is about paying respects to the land we are on and acknowledging the local Indigenous peoples,
who are the traditional owners of the land and have been caring for this part of the country for thousands of years.
So we will start off with Griffith University's Acknowledgement of Country video, which was produced by students and alumni of Griffith Film School.
Griffith University acknowledges Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples as Australia's First Nations and traditional custodians of the land. We honour the Aboriginal ancestors and their elders within the sacred grounds on which our campuses are located.
From Southbank and the CBD in the heart of Meanjin, through Nathan, Mount Cravat, Logan and the Gold Coast, we live and work on the lands of the Turrbal, Yuggurabal, Yuggura and Yagara, Yugambeh and Kumbameri peoples. Griffith University is proud to have the largest Indigenous student population of any Queensland university. We acknowledge and respect the ongoing contribution Indigenous people make to the life of the university, this region and our country.
We pay respects to the nations, the language and the kinship groups. They represent past and present.
And we extend that respect to other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples who share in the knowledge and teachings we offer as Griffith University in walking and learning together. We recognise and respect their cultural heritage, beliefs and relationship with the land, the water, the air, their spiritual connection, their strength, their resilience, as the original peoples of this land.
At Griffith Film School, we have around 1,000 students studying film, television, animation and games design.
This program for On Air is produced by us, a team of live streaming television students.
The university year has just ended for us. Hello summer! But up until last week, we've been producing a weekly live TV show called The Junkyard, live streamed to YouTube every Wednesday night. We're coming to you live from the Junkyard set right now.
For On Air, we'll be giving you a taste of some of the segment we've made for The Junkyard,
showcasing some of the creative work of students from across GFS and letting you know a little bit about Brisbane and the upcoming 2032 Olympics.
Starting with one of our regular segment news desk from The Junkyard, please take it away, Alex.
Kia ora everyone and welcome to Griffith University's live TV studio presented by the crew of The Junkyard, and an even bigger welcome to my beautiful news desk. I am your esteemed host and pretty little princess, Alex, and I'll be attempting to bring you the hottest topics from around Australia in PG form. BirdLife Australia's biannual Bird of the Year competition is off to a flapping start, with 40 birds already out of the running, leaving only 10 left with the chance to join the black-throated finch, superb fairy wren, swift parrot, and magpie in the aviary of fame. How the magpie ever won it, I will never know, because they're evil birds that are full of hate. There's one named Greg that sits outside my back door and stares at me menacingly whenever I try to leave. The competition, however, has taken a heartbreaking turn as the splendid fairy wren was eliminated in previous rounds. Heartbreaking, of course, because it's hard for me to see my fellow splendid fairies fail. Speaking of splendid fairies failing, RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under has seemingly been cancelled after just 4 seasons. However, good news for Australian drag fans, as it's been replaced by Down Under vs. the World, hosted by real-life Raquel doll, Michelle Visage. With the countdown for the release of the cast looming, the rumor mill for who will be on the season is in full swing, with popular theories including Vibe, Nikita Iman, and Art Simone. But hey, as long as Jujubee's not there, I'm happy. The saying goes, the third time's not the charm, not the fifth. Stop. In other news, the 2032 Brisbane Olympics are being lobbied to bring back a sport that us Aussies are renowned for. That's right, the World Dance Sport Federation is pushing to include breakdancing again at the Brisbane Olympics in spite of the ray gun fiasco at the 2024 Olympics. In a breakdance performance so bad that only my friend Marley, the camera 2 operator, could rival it, ray gun earned a whopping 0 out of 18 votes. Raycon unfortunately won't get a second chance at the next Olympics in 2028 in LA. However, the World Dance Sport Federation has reportedly conducted a formal visit to the National Olympic Committee of Australia, as well as the Brisbane 32 Organising Committee, to try and convince them they deserve to be included again. While the verdict is still unclear, the good news for breakdancing advocates and fans is that it already fulfills many Olympic charter criteria, like governance, popularity, and youth appeal, increasing its likelihood of being included in the next Games. Kids' TV show Bluey, created by one of our alumni, Joe Brum, and set and made here in Brisbane, is collaborating with the Royal Australian Mint and announced Bluey collectible coins. Following the success of last year's 2024 Bluey Dollar Bucks, this year, Bluey and her little sister Bingo appear on the coin to celebrate Christmas in our signature Aussie style. Royal Australian Mint Acting Chief Executive Officer Emily Martin said that Bluey is loved by fans across the world. They know that last year's Bluey coin brought many joy to families, and they are delighted to be releasing more this Christmas. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me here at my little desk while I brought you a special PG version of my news script, which is really different to my M-rated one. Up next, we have one of our popular segments here on the show, Random Blank Review, where we choose a category and rate items from that category out of 5 stars. Please enjoy.
Welcome to Random Brisbane Review, where we review things around Brisbane, our lovely home. I'm Xander.
I'm Lauren.
South Bank Walkway. You might recognise it from Bluey.
I recognize it from Bluey.
Bluey is awesome.
And so is the walkway.
Yeah,
I love the walkway.
the purple flowers are really pretty. Yeah. 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Next, Brisbane.
Our next location is Streets Beach. You might recognize this from your childhood if you ever came to Streets Beach.
It is a man-made lagoon on the bank of the South Bank.
Yep.
It's okay, but children do like peeing in the pool.
Yeah, there's a lot of sunscreen and stuff in there.
Yeah. I can't swim either. Call me un-Australian.
I'm gonna say 2.5 stars. 3 stars. 3 stars.
I'll go with 2.5 stars.
Next, Brisbane.
I really want to surf off of this building.
Next up is the Brisbane Ferries, the City Cats.
They're very nice to sit inside. They feel quite luxurious.
They are really nice, and
Yeah.
I think public transport boat is really fun. So I'm gonna give the ferry 5 stars.
City centre stop departing from the front.
Parting from the front. Hear that, guys? This is a 4-star. They come too infrequently to be 5.
True. Next, Brisbane.
Look behind us. This might look familiar to you Londoners out there.
It's the Eye of Brisbane. The 7 News wheel.
Get me a bottle of water because it'll cost a lot here.
The Ferris wheel is fun vibes, but I think I have to go 2.5 stars.
It's very expensive, but it is cool looking. So I'll go 3 stars. Next, Brisbane, our final stop.
The Brisbane sign. This was also featured in Bluey,
Of course.
and I think it's nice. It does frustrate me that they didn't put the colours in rainbow order.
They've also painted over it in recent years, so now it kind of looks like generic company slop. You also can't go over there anymore. Barricade.
So, for that I give Brisbane sign 3 stars.
2 stars from me.
Thanks for watching our Random Brisbane review.
Tune in for the rest of On Air. They won't be in Brisbane.
Griffith on air.
In Brisbane, we'll be hosting the 2032 Olympics, and here at Griffith University, we are big on sport. And not wanting to brag, but our athletes have won the 2nd highest number of Olympic medals of any university in the world. And at Griffith University, we're a country, we would have come 11th in the Paris Games. We are very pleased to be able to welcome to the studio 5-time Olympian gold and bronze medalist in beach volleyball and former member of the organising committee for Brisbane 2032 Olympics, Natalie Cook. Thank you so much for joining us, Natalie.
Pleasure,
Welcome to the
Morgan.
show.
Pleasure. Do you know high fives are the feature of a beach volleyballer, so
That's
you have to
amazing.
get good at that.
I love a good high five. All right, so I've got a couple questions to ask you. So what was it like winning a gold medal at the Sydney Olympics?
Well, do you believe it's 25 years ago and I know you weren't born, so that makes it a little strange to talk to you about how great I was. So you have to believe me that we won the Olympic gold medal on Bondi Beach, Kerry Pothurst and I, and I brought it with me to show
That's
you
amazing.
today.
That's so cool.
So we'll get a picture with that later.
Oh, absolutely.
So winning the Olympic gold medal on Sydney's Bondi Beach, number 99th gold medal for Australia.
That's fantastic.
Was pretty special. Family, friends, the famous chant. Do you know the famous chant? You ready?
Yeah.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
Perfect, you passed.
Thank you. No, I will get a photo with that later so I can feel like I've done something with my life. So you've competed at 5 different Olympics. What's important for athletes in that environment?
They've got to make sure that their training environment is good, that competition and field of play is up to standard. So for a beach volleyballer, it's the sand quality, it's the direction of the court with the sun. There are so many field of play things to worry about. And then food. For an athlete, it's all about food. So the dining hall needs to be good, and then transport to your venue. If you get those 3 right, you set up for the best success.
No, definitely. Well, I know I can't perform without breakfast, so it's like, I can imagine that food would be very important.
That is important. I'm glad you have your breakfast.
Always, always. So what was the journey for you going from being an Olympian to working on the Olympic Committee?
Well, because I went to 5 Olympics across 5 different cities. I did Athens in the US, Sydney, Australia, Athens in the US, Atlanta. You nodded. You acted like you knew what I was talking about.
I thought you said Athens.
Atlanta, Sydney, Athens, Beijing and London. Wow. I have a great array of knowledge and understanding of how all games work in different situations.
Course, yeah.
But we're super excited for Brisbane. I was born in Townsville, so I'm a regional Queenslander.
Very nice.
And live here in Brisbane. So no better than Nat Cook to help the Brisbane 2032 Olympics.
Exactly, no. So why are the Brisbane 2032 Olympics important for the city?
Well, it's a great catalyst for accelerating every agenda that anyone wants to talk about, and that's what's so great. It allows us to bring infrastructure, Indigenous, disability and accessibility for cities, sustainability for climate, making films and social media, and so every single hospitality.
Of course.
Did you know we are going to need 9,186 toilet brushes for the Olympics and Paralympic Games? There's something for everyone. If you make a toilet brush, you're in.
It's a great boost for the economy.
Exactly. There is $8 billion coming, Morgan.
That's crazy.
Just because we're bringing the Olympic and Paralympic Games to Brisbane.
Wow, that's amazing. So you set up the Athlete Fund. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, and I just mentioned the $8 billion. None of that gets to the athletes. So the Aussie Athlete Fund is set up from the grassroots up. So how do we help the next generation of athlete stay on their bike, stay in the pool, stay on the track, so that they can get to a position where they might get picked to represent Australia at the Olympics. You mentioned Griffith's athletes. They're amazing, like the Cam McAvoys, the Zach Stubblety Cooks, and they're studying as well. So an athlete studies, all works, trains full-time to try and win Olympic gold medals and be the best in the world. And so the Aussie Athlete Fund is to teach them about fundraising and how they can build their own athlete economy.
Wow, that's really, really valuable, I can imagine. So how much have you guys raised to date, and what is the target that you're aiming for?
Well, I've got big goals, and everyone should have big goals, yes. So $50 million over 10 years. So that would give $5 million a year for athletes. I've been going 3 years, and we like a hockey stick curve. We're just new, so we've raised about $2 million through athletes raising it themselves and us raising it with them.
Yeah.
And so my job's to get a tin can, go around and whack the tin cannon so people can donate money and let everybody know the athletes need support.
That's how I pay rent.
Exactly, Mo. It's exactly the same for our athletes because they got to pay rent, they got to buy food, they eat a lot of food.
Yeah, of course.
Because they're expending a lot of energy.
I can imagine. So, Natalie, one last question. Have there been any new sports added to the Brisbane Olympics?
Not yet. We have the next 9 months to go through all the data and all of the requests to add new sports. There are, I think we can go about up to 5. So if you were going to nominate a new sport, what do you think you would like to put in to showcase Australia?
I think I've always wanted to see competitive tyre changing added to the Olympics.
Wow.
And so, because I'm a 3-time world champ at competitive tyre changing, and so I think we need to check out who's taught me how to do that. So Bear Grylls, back in the first ever Junkyard episode, shows us how to change a tyre, and that, folks, is coming up right now. Check it out.
G'day, I'm Dylan, and today I'm going to be the dad you never had. Let's learn how to change a tyre. Are you ready? You're going to need a jack, a wheel brace, and preferably your owner's manual. Next, locate your spare tyre. In a small car like this, it's under the floor. If you don't know where to look, don't worry, your owner's manual will show you. And you're doing great. If the car you're working on has hubcaps, you'll need to remove those to get to the wheel nuts. Remove the nuts, but don't take them off all the way. You'll need them to hold the tyre on while you've got it in the air. And don't worry, you're doing great. Now that's done, you can look in your owner's manual to see where you should put the jack. Sometimes it's a little tricky, but I believe in you. Now, you can just swap off the wheel. So, lower the car, put your tools away, and you're done. You did a great job, kiddo. I'm proud of you. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, don't tell your mother.
Each year at GFS, we have a filmmaking boot camp called Winton Outback Academy.
Where a group of film and animation students travel to the outback.
Winton is a town that is 1,350 kilometres northwest of Brisbane.
It has a population of a little bit over 1,000 people and is famous for its dinosaur fossils.
It is also the home to the annual Vision Splendid Outback Film Festival. I went last year, and when we get there, we have 10 days to come up with the ideas, shoot them, edit, and complete the film ready to be screened at the festival.
Alongside submissions from all over Australia, this year one of the films produced by our Griffith students, called Where the Heart Is, was winner of the judges' pick.
Congratulations to the team, and don't go anywhere because we're thrilled to say that's coming up next.
And yet another fun bird fact for you, the animated pink and grey ones you'll see at the beginning of this are called galahs. Have a look at this one now.
Now, ladies, can I do something for you?
I would like to hear your story, please, Stephanie.
Never mind. I won't ask any questions. You are students, come on in. How did I end up in Winton? I was married and in Rockhampton, and we had 3 children, and my husband's job was sending him out of town a lot. So he applied for a job out here. And it's a long way from Rockhampton, I can tell you, yes. I ended up actually being the kindergarten teacher, and I was there for 32 years. So,
You like heavy metal music, right?
I'm one of the old school. I go back to Black Sabbath and Judas Priest. I can understand the headbangers because you got to move with it. You just have to.
Hi, my name's Josie. The Winton dates. I'm the other half.
My name is Jasper. I work here for Monday and Friday, and normally I up with the Age of Dance on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, and I'm helping him out for the dates and some other things.
Other events.
Yeah.
Mm.
And yeah, I'm Gary Doak, and yeah,
It's the other half.
This is the other half of Josephina. Yeah. A position here came up in Winton, so off we came to Winton. Expected to be only 3 years, but it was actually, it's turned into a lot longer, 13 years now.
13 years now. They're the date people, or they'll say, oh, you're the date lady. So I've got used to it now.
Maybe this is a bit dramatic, but maybe we went from zero to hero. Yeah, I mean, we were here and, you know, we're not local people in that sense. This is a bit different. Once it got going, people were really, really supportive.
My name's Lynn Fraser and I live in Winton at 60 Cork Street. This is my home that was built in Brisbane and came out on 2 trucks. I love Winton. It was very different out here when I came out here, and I came out here in 1958. You know, the kids could ride their bikes to school, walk to school, go downtown on their own, you know, and I worked for TAA. I worked for them, had all different sorts of jobs.
Hi, my name's Leona Nolan, and this is my wonderful husband, David Nolan, and we live in Winton.
I lived in this house ever since I was 5. I'm 89 and a half now.
No, you're not.
No, 79 and a half. Oh, nothing like cribbing a couple. But they shifted the house from over in the corner where the shop is over there to here.
I class Winton as my home because really the only place I ever stayed long enough. He's never left here. I volunteer down at Caulfield's, the shop downtown.
I volunteered down at the Caulfield Fitzmaurice, big old shop, big old regional shop. And I'm on a few committees and things, and on the board at the Waltzing Matilda Centre and a few other things. I think at one stage when I first arrived in town from out of town, I was on 14 committees.
I mean, you say we're friendly. We residents, I suppose, have become accustomed to welcoming visitors so often during the year, and I think it's a comfortable, friendly place. Visitors can just stop you in the street and ask you, we'll talk to anybody and everybody, just like this, yes.
You know, we think the Age of Dinosaurs is fantastic.
Yes.
The film festival's fantastic because it's bringing a different layer of interest and people into the town. And I think that's really, really
And
important
we've
for
had
the
the
town.
Writers' Festival.
Yeah, the Writers'
We've always
Festival
got
again.
something happening.
Yeah, but those things are important too because it allows that interaction, like you're doing here with us now, that we wouldn't have the opportunity to do if we didn't have these things happening. And it's bringing in a different demographic. It's bringing in younger people, which is important.
And of course, we had the movies. We've always had the movies. We've had the movies for more than 100 years.
You'd get dressed up to the nines to go to the movies, your high heels and your dresses and all the gorgeous dresses of the 60s and the 50s.
Friday night discos for the kids. That's where I got stuck into the music, of course. I was the DJ to start with. I tell you what, girls, I knew my music. I knew my music. I trained a few boys to become DJ, and yeah, it was a very interesting time.
Well, since we're moved here, this is literally our home.
because where we come from, there's nothing else to do. Like, there's no dinosaur things or any job I can do.
Your mum approached us at the stall and said, "Oh, are you interested in you know, someone to help with part-time work?" And I said, "We are." So it was really convenient that Jasper came along, and over the time we've just become, you're like almost like a, you know, family, really. Yeah.
And he likes living here, don't you? It's a quiet place,
Yes, it's a quiet
and it's
place.
everybody's friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, I've been here since 1958, which is a fair distance, and I'd made lots of friends, and so I just thought nowhere else to go.
Winton is definitely home, and I mean, I'm among people that I've known for more than 50 years, so it's going to be a good place to finish up, yeah.
And he loves Winton. I can't get him out of here. I can't get him out of this house because he just grew up in this house. I have become a Wintonite now. I'm happy to be home and be happy.
I think home is where you're comfortable, where you sleep soundly. So that can be a number of places, but yeah, I think it's where you're contented.
Home. Home is mostly family, but home's somewhere safe to come to. Home is somewhere you can do your own thing. If you want to play Metallica, you can play Metallica, and nobody's going to mind.
Griffith on air!
That beautiful documentary combined live-action filmmaking with animation. And today we have the pleasure of being joined by another expert in this field, former Griffith Film School animation student Lachlan Pendragon. His animated film An Ostrich Told Me the World is Fake and I Think I Believe It won the gold medal in the Student Academy Awards and was nominated for Best Animated Short Film for the 2023 Oscars. And he is now a lecturer for the current animation students here at Griffith. Thank you so much for joining us, Lachlan.
Thanks, Morgan.
Welcome to the show. So, lovely to have you here. I believe we have a trailer for your short. Why don't we take a look at that?
Ah, Neil. How are your sales coming along?
Oh, they're, oh.
Neil?
Hey, this is gonna sound weird. I think we're living in an artificial universe.
What was that?
An ostrich told me the world is fake, and I think I believe it.
An ostrich?
It's probably easier if you come see for yourself.
That looks amazing. So your film focuses on the stop motion medium of animation. Would you mind just telling us a little bit about that for the audience?
Yeah, so stop motion's a particular style of animation where you're animating real objects. So you take a puppet like this and you move it a little bit, you take a photo, then you move it a little bit again, and then you keep doing that over and over until you recreate the performances of the characters.
Wow, that's really cool. So what inspired you to pursue stop motion animation?
Yeah, I think originally I thought I'd go into like live action filmmaking, and I think animation was this other thing that I remember doing as a kid, playing with clay or maybe Lego.
Yeah, I remember I did that in primary school.
Yeah, so yeah, that was me too, and it was this other way of making films. So I came to Griffith and studied that. And stop motion was this nice hybrid between live action and animation, where you're animating characters, but you're still using cameras and lights.
Yeah.
So it was this nice middle ground for me.
No, that's really cool. So how does a film supported by Griffith Film School find its way to the Oscars?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you'd think there'd be a lot of planning involved in that, but you know, it was really surprising and a really wild journey. Starting with, you know, just trying to get it into a festival. I mean,
absolutely.
We've all struggled with that, and so it started with one festival, and that grew to another festival, and then kept kind of snowballing.
Yeah.
It went to Annecy Animation Festival, which is the biggest animation festival in the world. Went to MIF, which is a really big festival here in Australia, and then went to the Student Academy Awards, where it won the gold medal, and that made it eligible then to submit to the Oscars.
Well, it's very well deserved, and I imagine it was just a very surreal experience being at the Oscars. What was that like?
Yeah, really surreal. Yeah, it's so strange being on the other side of the cameras, and on the red carpet, or actually I think it was champagne coloured that year, but you know, it's the same experience.
Yeah, exactly.
You're there with all of the, you know, the Hollywood celebrities, and you're queuing up to get in with them. You know, it's
brushing
so
shoulders
strange.
with people you've seen on movies for years.
Absolutely.
No, that must be pretty incredible, I imagine. So, with your animations, what are you looking to say? What's your drive to create?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. I think it changes with each film. This film is quite a meta film, where it's constantly reminding you that you're watching an animation. There's obviously a lot of humour, and I think humour carries through all of my work. And then I always seem to gravitate towards sort of unusual, oddball characters. There's a lot of myself in this character, so I think that's what I'm drawn to.
Do we have any inside scoops? Any new projects coming our way?
Eventually, yeah, there'll be a new project, yes. Yeah, I've been doing a few different things, playing with
I just want to thank you so much for coming on the show.
No
I'm sorry. Thank you so much. And to celebrate the range of talent from our animation students, here is an example of one of the animations from 2023, directed and written by Griffith student Deborah Chen.
Dear Pete, it's been a while, hasn't it? I can't believe how far time has flown. And yet, I still remember that very day like it was yesterday, like a start of a paint stroke. Every artist was first an amateur. Ralph Waldo Emerson said that. I wonder if you knew. I never understood your intentions at that time. I honestly thought you were making a fool out of me. But little did I know it was what I needed. I had no sense of creativity nor inspiration, thus no one, even I, did not expect anything out of me. Through all those years, although you were strict and positively annoying sometimes, and pushed me to reach high expectations, you have never given up on me. Like Salvador Dali, a true artist is not who is inspired, but one who inspires others. You've helped me paint a picture on my canvas, and now I'm following that stroke. I hope to see you again. Thank you for everything. Anna.
Griffith on air!
That was so beautiful. But at the complete other end of the spectrum, just yesterday, GFF students had a feature film they made, which is a dystopian action comedy called 100% Pure Rage, screen at the official selection at South by Southwest City. Let's check that out now.
Do you think we can ever be forgiven for what humanity has done? We are all that is left. An age of children raised on the scraps of nuclear fallout. An age of children bred to suffer the consequences of our ancestors. An age of children after the Third World War. The only thing we can do is pure absolution. A reset.
Judgment Day. Well, of sorts.
There will be no sunlight. The earth will freeze over, and for another 50 years, it will remain that way until it is rebirthed from its previous destruction. I believe that is the only way to salvage this world.
Now, to answer your previous question, we're here to recruit you. What?
We're now joined with Clancy, the director of photography, and Evie, the production designer of 100% Pure Rage. How you going, guys?
Yeah, good.
Good.
That's awesome. So obviously this is a really big project, but what exactly is the plot of it?
So 100% Pure Rage centres around a disillusioned author who teams up with an ex-convict and a vigilante to take down a rogue terrorist group trying to end the world.
That's so cool. But so what inspired, what made you want to join the team?
I think just the challenge of working on a feature film at such a young age, and while also juggling uni and actual work, was very interesting, and I think it presented a lot of learning opportunities. I think you would agree with that? Yeah, I do. I mean, for me, it was just a lot of fun. Yeah.
That's so cool. And speaking of fun, there's a lot of fight scenes in there. How did you make that fake blood?
Well, we had to use a lot of edible fake blood because we just didn't know where it would end up exactly in each scene. So we used an array of ingredients just because we did use guerrilla filmmaking, which sort of means you kind of roll with the punches a little.
So whatever I had in the cupboard, which was usually chocolate syrup, chocolate powder, glucose syrup, honey, even sometimes golden syrup, that sort of thing. So I guess a positive of all the blood and gore is that at least it tasted like chocolate.
That's so cool how something so simple can look so realistic and amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so Clancy, what was your favourite scene to shoot and why?
I don't know, it's so hard to pick. We had over 20 locations in the film, but my favourite scene was probably the car chase sequence, where we got to use some really interesting camera techniques and a FPV drone following the cars along the road. It was really very cool.
Oh my god, that's so cool. And so what is the process of shooting something at the scale, like a feature film, on top of your uni load?
I guess for me, I'm sort of coming into it with a anything is possible mindset. It's just about having a good support system and time management skills. And I think for the crew especially, we all came to it very aware that it was a volunteer basis. We were all friends. We were just trying to get something done in our spare time. So I guess having a super supportive crew as well, knowing that you've got to earn money, you've got to work your job, and also that way we can get more money into the project and everything. So I think that was probably the way that we really just completed it, was just out of the kindness of everyone on the crew.
Yeah. And so obviously the film has made it all the way to Sydney at South by Southwest. What was it like seeing your film on the big screen?
It was pretty surreal. The cinema was very full and everyone gave some big claps at the end, but it was a very surreal experience.
I think that because we made this film when we were 18, 19, it's just a really interesting feeling watching it now 2 years later and seeing how far we've come, and I guess how far we still have to go, but how far the film has gone and how much we've learned. It was just a really great educational experience as well, but super surreal just seeing everything come to the South by Southwest.
Speaking of going far, where do you guys plan to go after this?
Big question. I think for us, it's sort of just, well, we want to graduate because we're graduating pretty soon, thankfully, as are you. And then hopefully I'll just continue into the prod design realm and possibly directing. To be interested in that as well. So what about you?
Cool.
What about you, Clancy?
Yes, well, it'll be a big journey. Next feature film's on the way, so we'll see how everything goes.
That's amazing. And so, up next, let's move to 100% pure feminine rage and watch award-nominated documentary made by GFS students and yours truly last year, Girls on Film.
I don't want any men in the audience to think that this is a dig on them, because it's not.
83% of 2023's top-grossing films were directed solely by men, while only 4% employed at least 10 women in key roles.
In 2022, only 7% of cinematographers were women, which is only a 3% increase to what it was in 1988.
Over the past 17 years, only 6% of directors have been women.
Even though both Australian and international film schools are comprised of 45 to 55% of women.
How depressing. Screen Australia launched the Gender Matters campaign in 2016, which aimed to make half of all creative teams at least 50% women by the end of 2019, or 25% overall. However, this target is actually lower than previously recorded gender breakdowns. And instead of boosting women across all roles, Screen Australia's targets are being met by disproportionately employing women producers. So Screen Australia can attempt to fix the gender inequality from a surface-level perspective. But if the foundation of the film industry continues to avoid integral issues, then equality will be unattainable.
Crew directories help inform employment opportunities in the film industry. Can you guess how many women Australia's leading crew directory has listed under DOP?
18.
I want to say probably 5.
There should be a lot more than what there is.
What, 50?
This is
Oh,
Oh my god, no way.
Well, that was disappointing. So we went and found one ourselves.
I've been in the industry close to 30 years. And in that time, it's probably only in the last 10 years that I've been in a position where I have been able to work with other women. He brought a calendar out on set and he crossed off a week in red and made a point and said, I think I've just worked out Miranda's cycle. I said, so what, you've worked out the 1 week in the month where I get to act like you do all of the time? When I was a clapper loader, the lead actor, when I would come in for the slate, he would lick my arm. And it was revolting, and he did it all the time. So I got the hottest chilies that I could find, and I rubbed them up and down my arm, and just as expected, I popped the slate in, he licked my arm, and I never had to say a word. We have to go on set and prove ourselves, where I think that the men are afforded more leniency. The grip came to me and said, look, I've had a talk to your assistant and he's got more experience on the wheels, so he's going to do this one. I was furious, and so I said to him, look, unless this is a directive from our DP, I'm sorry, I'm doing this one, right? And I've definitely noticed it that I'm not afforded the same mistakes.
We cannot be just adequate. We have to be so exceptional, so great at our jobs, never make a mistake.
Fighting systems, but showing empathy and kindness to people. I think that we need to go gently and that we need to re-educate in a gentle way. I'm just hoping that we get to a point where it's not about gender. There's no point in looking back because that's kind of done. And I think it's what we do going forward.
You create that table. You build it because you have to. There is no other option.
Can't wait for somebody to give you a break. You have to do it yourself. At the moment, we've got a lot of women in the bottom end of the department. We haven't got any at the top.
That's not equality, babe.
You know, and I don't think that that's deliberate, right? So they didn't go out there going, okay, we're going to do this to the women, it's going to be great. Because it's an unconscious bias, right? So they're not aware that it's actually even happened. And it's based on our experiences and what we've seen in the media. And so I think that women need to support women. And the more women that we get shooting and being aware of these issues, I think that we're going to have less of a problem.
Kimberly, don't put that in. Cut that out.
Griffith on air!
It's time for another taste of the junkyard with one of our classic segments, Blindfold Smoothie Challenge.
Oh no.
Morgan here is going to have to drink a mystery smoothie made by me. He has to say yes to at least 4 secret ingredients and he'll have 10 seconds to decide per ingredient. Go overtime and it goes in by default. This week we've sourced locally. The smoothie will be made by classic Aussie delicacies.
I've been warned by the crew about this one.
Yeah, have you ever tried kangaroo poo, Morgan?
Excuse me, now what?
Okay, first item.
Yes.
Second item.
Yes.
Awesome.
I don't like how enthusiastic you were about that one.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. Well.
You got this, I believe in you.
I do have this. Look, we all know I was a bit clumsy. Okay, third item.
Yes. Oh, that sounds gloopy.
Fourth item.
No.
Next one.
Yes. I like that noise. Sounds like...
Yep, okay. Next.
Yes. No.
Go off. And next.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh boy, I can't wait to drink this smoothie.
This one?
No.
No, you have to have this one.
Yes. Hopefully I'm getting all of my daily vitamins and minerals in this one. What are you eating?
You'll never know. You didn't pick it. So
no.
That's all I've got. Look, take a look at that one. It's tasty.
It looks real tasty from the thing I can definitely see.
Ooh, I do not envy you.
Oh, yeah, no.
Do you want to like feel how heavy that is? Don't smell it. Oh, yeah, there you go. Good job, sweetie.
That feels pretty light.
Yeah. You can definitely tell what's in it by smelling it, so I won't let you do that.
Oh, no.
But in previous years, we've had such horrendous things. But now sit back and relax and watch our hard-working film students have been up to this year. Here's a showcase of the 2025 third-year capstone projects. Did you see the puppet in the ukulele? I shot that one.
You did what to the puppet?
I shot it.
Oh my god. The poor puppet. Why would you do that? That's horrible.
No, I thought I did pretty good.
He'll never go to Sesame Street now.
Okay, anyway, moment of truth, I guess. Morgan, are you ready? Please take that blindfold off.
I can see.
Yay. Here you go. Drink from that side.
Oh, that's funky. That looks...
No, drink from that side.
Ooh. I'm going to imagine it's like just purely straight Milo. I'm really hoping it's just straight Milo. Bottoms up, guys.
Is it like chunky or is it?
Yeah. It's really chunky.
It's really chunky? So, to reveal what you just swallowed, we have a lamington.
Shout out.
So pretty much these are, it's like stale cake wrapped in chocolate and coconut.
The Kiwis say they made it. They did not. That is ours. Australia made the lamington. Fight me.
Vegemite.
Vegemite.
And then we've got Tim Tams.
I love Tim Tams.
No, actually no, you didn't eat the Tim Tam. I ate the Tim Tam. You also said no to the Milo.
Oh.
You said yes to Anzac biscuits and Wheat Bix and fairy bread and apples.
Oh, that's what the apples were the crunchy thing. This makes sense.
Apple
now.
was the crunchy things, and then
Here
I
you go,
made
Kimberly.
Oh, do I have to?
Yes.
You've got it on your nose, by the way.
That's not that.
No.
Bottoms up. Enjoy.
Oh my god! What is okay.
Well,
no.
Keep yourself entertained with that. It's time to keep the show rolling. To close out our hour on air, please give a very warm welcome to the wonderfully talented Dublin Rose. Take it away.
Hey, my name's Dublin Rose, and this is my song For What? You fell asleep in my arms, I was wide awake, thinking about how this could end in heartbreak. Opened your palm for me to hold, but I was afraid 'cause my hands were so cold. Nothing you do seems obvious, you see. How could someone feel this way about me? Convinced this is pretend, I don't want to depend on you. Is it worth the risk to have someone to kiss? Wet feeling cold when they're not there. Hold you, lost in a daydream, forever waiting for what? When you look in my eyes, I quietly sigh, hoping I won't fall for your deep desires. 'Cause I've fallen before and I've hit the floor hard. This time I'm sure I won't be caught off guard. Happy memories turn sad, good people turn bad. At the end of the day, they probably won't stay. What's the point? Is it worth the risk to have someone to kiss? Wet feeling cold when they're not there to hold you. Lost in a daydream, forever waiting for what? And I knew from the start it wasn't smart to give you my heart and trust you wouldn't tear it apart. Leave me in the dark, sure knew how to make your mark. Wasted hours crying in the shower, now I've become sour, waiting around for you to call. Think we hit a wall, it wasn't worth it after all. Oh, oh. Is it worth the risk to have someone to kiss? Wet feeling cold when they're not there to hold you. Even more lonely than you were before. 'Cause no matter what, you can never be sure. Lost in a daydream, forever waiting for what? For what?
That was just such an incredibly beautiful performance. Can everyone please give it up again for Dublin Rose?
You can check out For What and many more from Dublin Rose on all streaming platforms.
Well, that's it from us here at Griffith Film School, and we've loved being a part of the global on-air broadcast. And we're looking forward to seeing what all the film schools all around the world are going to share with you next.
Now we're at the end of our hour on air, and we're joined by Gumaroy didgeridoo player Glenn Barry to play us out.
And after that, it's back to you, London, and we've been Griffith on Air.